Junius H. Rose High School is a 9th through 12th grade public school that serves families in the city of Greenville and Pitt County, North Carolina. J.H. Rose High School, home of the Rampants, was originally located on South Elm Street in Greenville, North Carolina. In 1957, Greenville High School was renamed after Superintendent Junius H. Rose. In 1992, it moved to its current location on Arlington Boulevard. It currently serves roughly 1,450 students. Of our student population, about 48% is economically disadvantaged. After meeting with Mrs. Jacobson, the principal of J.H. Rose High School, we came to the consensus that for my community involvement and engagement service leadership project, I would administer, manage, and utilize our Refresh Flex Schedule and Flex Time Manager software program for our staff and students to address many school needs such as remediation, time, organization, safety, and most importantly, community involvement. Refresh is built into our daily schedule from 11:19 a.m. to 12:44 p.m. It consists of 3 25-minute blocks with 5-minute transition times in between class changes. This flex schedule provides time to students for remediation, enrichment opportunities, and time to pursue topics and activities that interest them outside of their core classes. I work directly with my Refresh committee, school leaders, clubs, boosters, and other community stakeholders to begin gathering potential businesses, partnerships, and community leaders that we can incorporate into our school environment during Refresh. With J.H. Rose High School having many athletic events after school and such a large population of students that are economically disadvantaged, riding buses to get home, or working, it is imperative that community engagement with these students occurs during school hours. Based on recent North Carolina teacher working conditions surveys and school climate surveys, only 63% of teachers agreed that students at J.H. Rose are treated equitably, justly, and fairly. This is considerably lower than the state average of 78%. With this data and input from school stakeholders, it was evident that J.H. Rose needed a more efficient program in place that would offer all students a level playing field for community engagement events that would occur during school hours. I began meeting with club advisors, booster clubs, athletic clubs, and other important stakeholders at J.H. Rose High School to begin discussing how the school could further involve the community and parents during Refresh, our flex schedule. Many of the stakeholders that I met with were very welcoming of the idea and improving parent and community support in their club, boosters, teams, and organizations. J.H. Rose High School has over 65 clubs, organizations, varsity sports teams, and boosters. The rest of this video will highlight 2 organizations taking steps beyond Rose and Future Business Leaders of America that I have worked closely with to build community involvement and engagement events for our students during Refresh over the course of this service leadership project. Taking Steps Beyond Rose, also known as TSBR, is an organization that targets economically disadvantaged incoming freshmen to expose them to colleges, industries, and adulting training to prepare them for life after high school. There are roughly 100 to 125 TSBR freshmen each year. I have worked closely with Ms. Tracy Moore to build partnerships with colleges and businesses to go into effect in the fall 2021 semester. We have received confirmations from colleges and universities such as Pitt Community, East Carolina, and much more to provide guest speakers from different departments as well as structured trips that will occur during Refresh. We have also been fortunate to partner with Heister Yale and Grady White Boats to offer our students an insight into successful industries in Pitt County. These students will also go through etiquette training, professional wear training, and public speaking training during Refresh sessions as well. Future Business Leaders of America, also known as FBLA, is a nationally recognized organization that exposes students to the business career field through acts of service and competitions. With 190 members, Rose FBLA has the largest chapter in North Carolina. I work directly with the teacher leader, Mr. Garner, to increase business and parent partnerships for the fall 2021 semester. Locally owned businesses such as Ink Threads and Greenville Utilities will be providing insight to these students on what it takes to be a successful entrepreneur while running a sustainable business. Mr. Garner stated it is extremely time-consuming to provide feedback and evaluations for his members for their skill-based competitive events. Beginning next semester, we will be including parents during Refresh to assist in the feedback and evaluation process. Club leaders have applauded the efforts to improve community involvement for our school and students. Starting in the fall 2021 semester, over 25 Rose clubs and organizations will offer at least one Refresh session a week for community involvement events to engage students. One teacher stated, "I would never be able to organize my club's activities without having Refresh during the day. This is an hour every day I can bring in speakers, businesses, and other organizations to meet with my students." Another stated, "We are able to meet the needs of all students at J.H. Rose by building our flex schedule into the middle of the day. It levels the playing field for all of our students. Many of our students cannot participate in after-school events because they have to ride the bus home or work." The introduction of Refresh has been welcomed with open arms for our staff and community stakeholders since the schedule and program offers accountability, safety, academics, enrichment, and community involvement activities during the school day. Ultimately, community involvement and engagement during Refresh will improve overall student achievement and learning and allow us to have a safer, organized, and efficient flex schedule that will be a model for other schools in the district and in North Carolina.